after you can talk about LOL, and maybe we can put 77 bits as well, because that's an abstract as well, and we can say how many projects are doing shit on the abstract maybe. Yeah, 431. Come on. Let me retweet him. Why can't we tweet him? Huh. Like. Repost. Post. Sorry? Okay. Yeah, for 2 minutes. I'm ready.
Turn the mic on. Greetings and salutations, people. Welcome back to another episode of Shiitake. I am joined by the illustrious, the hardworking, the omnipotent Dimo Yolf. How's it going, Dimo?
All good, all good. How are you, my friend? How was your Web3 week this last week?
It was very chill. Not much going on. I watched with envy anything at GDC with my Wolf brothers. That was about it. What about you? How was your past week?
Past week I've been watching as well, or what's happening on GDC. I saw a lot of wolves gathering together and having fun playing games, connecting and maybe trying to build something more than a Web3 games dead. So are we dead? I don't think we are dead. What do you think?
Uh, I mean, we might not be we might not be thriving, um, especially compared to other times. We might not be thriving right now, but I don't think we're dead. I think it's mostly vibes. I don't think there's very good products, but is what it is.
Yeah, I think most of the people are more worried about watching like the market and how the tokens are performing than watching how games are building and what they are building.
Well,
Did you catch any games in particular from GDC uh, timelines then caught more your eyes and gave
nah,
you like a bit of hope?
nah. I didn't see any game at GDC that caught my eye. But you mentioning that people are more interested in watching coins. Yeah, and like in the market, yeah, the market did this week kind of bounce a little bit, which is good news. Bit kind of everything pumped a little bit. I meant to talk some shit about coins on the show and then look them up, and they were all in the green. And it's kind of everything's in the green right now. But markets were pumping. That's kind of good news. Did you see any other hopeful news on your end?
Well, so did Trump a BTC white paper hanging in a White House somewhere? So he was opening like his little tent and showing the BTC white paper to the world, and that was supposed to pump BTC a little bit. I think it worked a bit, no? We went from 82 to 88 or something like that. Is
About
that
three
this
percent.
trend gonna continue or is gonna stop?
Well, how many other governmental houses can we post the Bitcoin white paper in? We'll see.
El Salvador, probably.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we could do El Salvador.
Yeah, I think they were the first one to make it as a like national reserve and doing like a national money in the country, legalizing it.
Recognizing it, yeah. Well, there's some real quick news that we can run through with just nothing super major. We're all fans of Monster Hunter here. Monster Hunter continues to crush sales. It
Yep.
is the highest selling game of the last 2 months. Pushing numbers,
Mhm.
breaking sales, doing good stuff. Um,
Yep.
what
What hunter level are you now?
34?
Ooh, I'm catching up. I'm 24. I'm 24.
That's good. That's
And I
good.
didn't play yet today, so I might catch you up on a rank 34.
I'm really trying to get the main quest done, get this main storyline done.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm doing some of the side quests as well. I like doing side quests. It makes the game last longer, and I try to get some of because I'm playing on PlayStation. I love doing my trophy collection, so try to add up
Uh,
few of them as well.
you're a trophy hunter.
Yeah, I'm a trophy hunter for PlayStation. I would love if they do something in Web3 as well, or like where I can just connect, play, and get trophies. Like Games GG kind of done it a little bit with quests through the game. So most of them is like social quests. It's
Yeah.
not main like gaming quests. Because every time they need to add an API, and a lot of devs are already slow sometimes building their own games, and they don't really want to muck up putting API and bugging up everything.
And right now with Games GG, you kind of need to have their NFT if you want to capitalize on most of the things, most of the quests. Um,
Yeah, I do have the NFTs. I got it
oh,
from the
solid.
mint.
You're good. Y'all
I got
good.
it from day one.
Well,
So from there,
what's
well, I got some of the merchandising. I know the team. Very
gotcha,
cool guys.
gotcha. Well, why don't you share what you were watching at GDC and what you saw go down?
Well, definitely one of the games I was really waiting to see because they like announced it like a few weeks before was Project O. They like launched like the first alpha. They done also like a small tournament where the leader of Wolf won, Sam Stefanina. And yeah, the games looked fine. I think the UE was very similar to Marvel Snap. they could make a little bit different, like the look of the cards. Even if they use more like fairy tales characters, like the hunter, the three little pig, the three blind mice, and stuff like that. But they could make a little bit like different kind
Oh
of style of the
man.
card. Uh, the gameplay was similar with the three different sections, but instead of six cards, you could play only three cards in the on the battlefield. And unfortunately, they had only two set like decks, so they didn't really show how you can get more card, how you can unlock different card, if you can power up them, you can if you can fuse them. If it's a lot of like in question marks left still on the gameplay. But from what I saw, and game look kind of polished. You see like animation when you play the cards, and when you play legendary cards, you have like a full screen animation. And yeah, not too bad. Quite exciting to like to wait more on what they're building. What do you think of Project Olaf? I know you're not a big fan of TGC cards.
I am not the biggest fan of trading card games, but also there's really very little that's interested me about Project O. It's Project O or Project Zero, whatever.
It's Project O.
Okay. Yeah, there's very little that interests me about Project O. If it's a solid card game, cool. As far as I'm concerned, Parallel seems to be the reigning champion of Web3 card games. Um, we'll see if it compares to that.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is like while Parallel is more tactical games, like the games can last much longer.
Mm-hmm.
Project O is making like more quick games, like Marvel Snap, where you can play a game like in less than 5 minutes, you're done, you finish the game. While project like Parallel is a bit like Yu-Gi-Oh, like when you play the games, it can last a good half an hour if you have the right card put in place, and you need to think every single card to move and try to make all the connections. Project O is trying to make it like quicker games, and the version was on PC, but I hope they're doing like a more mobile version, because that's if they're trying to do like quick games, it's better to have a mobile so people can play like one or two games while you're on the train or whatever. If you like the TGC cards,
Yeah, it sounds like that's what they're going for. If it's more of the quick format. No,
yeah.
I haven't paid much attention to it because there's not much that interests me. But I do know there
Mhm.
are big people involved. I do know the people involved are smart, successful. There's not,
Mhm.
don't quote me on this, but I've not seen anyone who's a grifter that's attached to it. There might be some,
Mhm.
maybe some assholes or something. There may be some people that people don't like, but I've not seen any grifters or anything attached
Yeah.
to the project. So like, yeah, right on, solid.
Talking about TGCs, have you seen also the latest announcement about Digimon? They also releasing a mobile version of their TGC, probably to try to get the spotlights from Pokemon Pockets.
Yes. Look, markets love competition. Everybody loves a little bit of competition. And there's plenty of people out there that will, to this day, die on the hill that Digimon is a
Mhm.
better experience and a better game than Pokemon in every way, shape, and form. I don't think anyone
But they
really
never
takes them
had the
seriously.
same success of Pokemon. Pokemon had such a great marketing, and like Digimon always been like the shadow brother
Mm.
of Pokemon.
I mean,
Like a lot of people don't even know them.
it's still super popular in Japan, I believe. It just never really took that much of a route outside in the West and other places.
Mm.
But
Well, in Europe, like, a lot of people knew about it. Like also, like we had a lot of games. I'm not sure if all the games has been released in America, but a lot in Europe been released. Like we had a lot of Digimon games, like Digimon Worlds, out here, and some of them they were pretty decent. Like the one they launched on PlayStation One was back in days was um so good for the time of it's been released. But the biggest mistake they've done it, they launched it on PS1 just before PS2 was coming out. So a lot of people bought PS2 and like kind of
that makes
didn't
sense.
or missed the Digimon one. And after they released another couple of games for PlayStation 2, but they weren't good as that one. And after they done another Digimon World, I think was for PlayStation 3, and after they done for PlayStation 4 as well. Hopefully they're gonna do one for PlayStation 5 as well with a good graphic and everything.
We'll see. They might be
But
cooking. We'll see. They might be.
probably.
What's up, Wyatt Duck? How's it going? Thanks for copping in. Hope things are going well in your neck of the woods. Hope you're riding the slight pump in the markets today. Um, yeah. Again, there's plenty of people out there that still love Digimon and say it's solid. Pokemon should maybe be a little bit more on their toes instead of being the only TCG out there. Maybe they'll be a little bit more. They'll lend their ear to the audience, to the gamers, a little bit more. We'll see. I've never touched Digimon as a card game. I only ever saw it as a show and a game. But yeah, we'll see.
What What was your favorite Digimon back in the days?
I couldn't name you a single one, my homie.
Really? I'll tell you my favorite. Like as it started, when you start the show, was like I loved Gabumon, especially when you go in one of the Mega Digi Evolution, like
Nice.
in War Garurumon. But my favorite one was one of the enemies, and it was Puppetmon.
Puppetmon.
I don't know if
I don't know shit about
Puppetmon had
shit, sir.
and you can put on the screen. Puppetmon was one of the coolest kind of design. It was like a kind of like a marionette puppet, like Pinocchio, and he
That's
was in the evil side of the Digimon. He was one of the enemies in the show.
yeah, that's a pretty
But he was a damn cool Digimon.
cray cray Digimon. All right. Um, did you see anything with streaming or Soulbound or anything else?
Yeah. Soulbound TV is launching the stream platform, talking about uh project they wanna fight with other project. If Digimon is trying to take over on Pokemon, maybe Soulbound try to take over on abstract streaming. Like I saw like
Mm,
different streamers already kind of moving to Soulbound for they. I think they're gonna launch a token soon, while Abstract didn't announce anything about token yet. Is they still using Pango?
well, I
What's
like
your opinion on this?
Soulbound's pinned tweet is is a good jab at abstract and abstract streaming. Because it says there's no corporate control, just fast, censorship resistant streaming. And considering that abstract is heavily censored, I feel like it's a little jab at them. Um, yeah, I mean, I'll check it out. Well, might as well. We've kind of been blacklisted from abstract, so we might as well see if we can farm Soulbound for a little bit. Um, I guess they're calling them TV nodes. That's interesting, worth looking into. Um, but
Yeah, I
okay.
think they're doing like I'm not sure if they already minted or if they're gonna mint soon. But yeah, they're doing like I think this node where you get like a cut from the streaming or maybe of how many hours of stream you do. But I don't want to say something. I need to go and study a bit better.
Right. Did you see anything from Thousands TV lately as well?
Not yet. Like to be honest, I didn't pass so much time on streaming and on PC recently because I was like more into playing Monster Hunter and now I've got a couple of mobile games that just coming out with a playtest. We're gonna talk about one later on.
Yes. Here,
Uh,
we'll talk
yeah,
about
one
one.
thing.
We'll talk about a game. We'll talk about a game right now. Well, sorry,
Yeah,
cut you off.
like about Abstract as well. Like they were supposed to launch all these nice new games on Abstract Chain, but I didn't really see much going on. I saw like 77-bit is doing like the playtest, but it didn't went really well. So some of the review on the timeline where people are not really happy about it. I think Newman did a post as well complaining about 77 bits and Play Ember. The launched like at the start Penguin Live, and after the first 15 minutes, 30 minutes gameplay, it's been just the same the whole time, and you finish the game really quick, and after it's just a loop. I continue the same things, nothing like innovative or new, or I don't know. Do you see any games on Abstract that caught your attention recently, or nothing as well?
I mean, no, Cambria was supposed to be doing some abstract stuff, but Cambria just
Mhm.
kind of jumps to wherever the trend is at the moment. No, I saw, and I was a little disappointed that I think he deleted it. Memento Mori posted something earlier this week about LOL Land Game, which is a
Mhm.
Punji Penguins IP Monopoly Go copy game that's browser based and built on Abstract. Um,
Okay.
he made a post about it that was very factual. It wasn't hyping anything up. It wasn't shitting on it. Um, but it sounded maybe slightly paid, maybe slightly, and maybe that's why he took it down. But it made
Mhm.
me look into it a little bit more because I was like, this game does not look good. Um, I suppose there's probably few Web3 games that look good or great, but this game looked pretty bad. Um, it's yeah, it's I mean, we'll watch whatever little gameplay there is of it real quick, but it's a sad attempt from Abstract to garner degens, to gain more
Okay.
degens on their chain. That's the goal of it. People have since Abstract launch, people have said that Abstract doesn't have enough degen focused things, and that's why their
Mhm.
total locked value is so low. That's why their volume is so low. Um, that's fair. Bridging isn't the easiest. They don't have that many tokens or token pools to pull from, so they're trying to get more degens, more people that have crypto. They don't want retail. They don't want streamers. They want whales. They want people that are going to play around with $10,000 a spin. Um, I don't think they're going to nail that with this
But basically,
activation.
they want more gamblers. Like if they want
Yes.
people that spend $1,000 for one
Hey.
spin. I was just looking the little video you just put on the screen, and yeah, it looked like a kind of a Monopoly Go version with penguins, and the one in the middle looked like a bit Loki from the sunglasses, Loki the bird with a bear hat.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, like they're not really. It's not something very attractive for gamers. Like maybe like kids maybe can play this, like where you just press a button and you see the snowman walking around.
I mean, maybe they're going for
Uh,
degen kids. Maybe they're going for like nepotism kids or like trust fund kids that just have shit tons of money. They make like $5,000 in their allowance a week or something.
yeah, but also most of the kids nowadays they play Fortnite, Brawl Star, or a Stumble Guys, where it's a little bit of action and competition against other people, and where they can swear at them and say, "Look, I'm the cool kid. You are nothing. Look at all my skins."
Yep. Yep. Um
uh,
yeah, I don't I mean there's very little that they've released about this game aside from this little video. Um You can pre-register to get started. It should launch next month. Yeah, middle of April. It's browser-based entirely. It's just on Abstract. You can win YGG tokens because they're collaborating with YGG. But let's just,
mhm.
while we're here, let's take a quick look at YGG. Oh, that's a lot of red. Let's see. In all time, YGG is down 87%. That's no bueno. Now it is kind of mildly pumping because everything is pumping right now. So in the last day, it's up
Yeah.
3%. In the last week, it's up 7%. There's that. In the last month, down it's 16%. In the last year, it's down 87%. So I don't know if I really want YGG tokens. I don't know if that's a good collaboration right there. Looking at Pudgy's token, I don't know why I can't just
It,
win Pudgy token.
it's YGG token on a Ethereum chain as well.
I think so.
So,
Somewhere around here.
like when you get one token, then probably
No, I
what
think
value
it's
got?
Sol. I think it's Solana.
Solana. Oh. No, I think it's like F base, no? Maybe base because it's on a iDrum.
I don't know. I figured that's why Pudgy collaborated with them because they're all Solana. Hang on. Wyatt Duck says looks like a early Neopets game. LOL. Yeah, Neopets tried to make a game in Web3 last year. I think Neopets is still around. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. So that's Pudgy's latest attempt to get more degens to spend money. Is
Yeah.
LOL land. And yeah, not many people posting about it. I tried to look around for Memento Mori. I really trust his analysis on anything, but yeah, everything I'm seeing looks kind of like a paid post.
Mm-hmm.
So not the best. Not the best.
Yeah.
Um,
What about? I think like another abstract project is launching soon. Final Boss. They were super, super, super hype in January, start of February, and after I didn't really hear about them anymore. I don't have a whitelist, unfortunately. I was like I tried to get one, I couldn't get one, and after kind of lost the track of them, but I didn't even see them on the timeline for almost a month.
mm,
And recently they pop up again and they announced they mint gonna be like around $180 for the uh, guaranteed mint, and after if you mint that, you will be able to get a free one on the public phase. Then the public phase probably gonna be first come first served, so they will need to have the luck to get one straight away as well. But otherwise, if he's get botted, they're not gonna get the one as well.
well, let me check my wallet and see if I qualify real quick.
Moment of truth.
Moment.
Moment of truth. Is the right dude.
Not eligible. Sons of bitches.
Damn.
Okay. I didn't interact with them at all. I think I've only liked one of their tweets. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, no, they look like we were saying earlier, looks like a cool product, looks like cool art.
Hmm.
But I don't really know what else is going on. Like
Yeah, I like that kind of questing they had on the website where you like go through the old stories and you learn a little bit about what Final Boss is and what is the story. But yeah, apart that they didn't really say what the PFP gonna
yeah,
give
what the
to the owners.
like, I'm on their website. Like what the fuck is it? Is it a game or is it just an NFT
It's like
collection?
I think it's like an NFT collection plus anime,
Who the
crafting the
hell are
future of
these
anime.
people?
Yeah. So I'm not sure if you own the PFP, if you will get like a cut about the anime they will get or whatever.
Their NFT collection is just random people. It's not even like it's not even like cool anime characters. It's just who who are these people? Why would I pay 5 ETH? Who is this guy? This makes no sense. What? Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Well, all right, apparently they're minting soon and you can buy stuff. Again, looks cool. Need more information.
100%.
More information. Is there so moving along, is there anything what was it? Abstract and Ronin associated? You want to hit?
Yeah, I want to hit something on Ronnie, but it's time. It's been time. Finally, Faberborn is launching the new playtest, and if you are a primordial holder, if you have one of the Genesis NFTs, you can go on that Discord, and from there you can like subscribe your emails if you're Android or US, and like they're gonna give access to the playtest, and it looks cool. They just launched it, I think it was today. They released the first sneak peek of the new unit character. This new, yeah,
The
it looked pretty
sorceress.
cool.
Yeah,
I think her special move is like getting that four skeletons to help you like fighting other monsters. That would be like a bit of a game changer, maybe,
yeah, it's helpful.
especially with some of the big boss, as you can use maybe them to fight around. They're pretty cool. Uh, yeah, and I think they will give the first sneak peek and playtest of how the lands gonna work on in the game. So everyone like they done a mint last month where all the primordial holders got 2 high drop it. Plus they have all the white leads to buy. I think it was for 50 RON. And yeah, it's very interesting. They didn't really showcase much on what they were building, so it's gonna be a bit of a surprise on what kind of update they put up. They released a new character today. Yeah, I'm quite excited to playing and try the game. Did you play Faberborn before, or you didn't try at all?
This is the shit talk show. I'm gonna throw a bunch of shit talk at you. No, I played Fableborn before. Wyaduck, I see your comment. We'll hop on that in a second because it's something we'll talk about. I played Fableborn before, but before their like latest iteration, their like latest build, um, it wasn't my cup of tea. It felt very
Hmm.
similar to like Shatterlands, Shatter something, which was another a
Yeah,
mobile game. Very similar. It's all right. If you're in a doctor's office or on the train or something, you want to kill some time. All right, yeah, cool. Build a land, build your castle, kill some enemies. All right, but it didn't really hook me. I again,
yeah,
much like Project O, I know there's good people working on it. I don't really know anyone that's a grifter that's associated with it. Um,
yeah. The real first version of Faberborn didn't really attract me. Like I didn't really like the graphic and the gameplay and everything. And after they rebrand completely, they redone everything, and with a new version, like the more cartoony style and everything, it very hooked me up. And yeah, I play like I didn't play as competitive as I want, like playing all the time because I don't have the time, but casually playing and try to get as much time as possible playing is good. The problem is there also another playtest going on, started today with L3E7.
and you apparently we pronounced that level.
That's how I pronounce it, yeah. I pronounce the level because I think it's easier to pronounce it like that than L3E7.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, mobile Vanguard test. Is that what you're testing? You testing Vanguard stuff?
Yeah, and I'm testing for the first time on mobile. They released a mobile version for the first time ever. You can play if you have a Guardian NFTs or if you have award NFTs. Also, like in this playtest, you can win awards and Guardian, and you can get some of the Stardust to keep for the 1 day TG. Game run very smoothly on phones. Like when they launch it, like they give some specs. They say you need a 9200 Snapdragon processor. You need 16 GB RAM. Well, my phone have only 12 GB RAM. I have a 7500 processor, and it's working perfectly fine.
Sweet.
So if you don't have a super powerful phone like a Samsung 25 or the latest iPhone, you still can play it quite easily. Also, they have the PC version, so you can play on PC as well if you don't want to play on mobile and you want to be more comfortable. But I love playing it while watching Netflix. I put Netflix, playing that, and after if I switch off my phone, I jump on Monster Hunt or something else. Um, yeah, game run quite smoothly, quite fun to play. There are a lot of like other creators playing. I think Ice NFTs and Digistock from Paladins DIO, they were quite into in the previous playtest, and I think they are already grafting the game again.
Right on.
Yeah,
I'll check
are
it
you?
out. I'll check it out. I'm all for cute anime chicks. You can quote me on
Yeah,
that.
if you have a corpus, if you have a corpus NFTs from Blast Royale, I can hook you up with a code as well.
Oh, Dimo with the hookup. Right on.
Yeah,
That's pretty solid. Um, I will. Yeah, real quick. Wyatt Duck. This does
yeah.
make
So
sense.
I saw, yeah, I saw also you pull up Forgotten Universe earlier.
This does make sense that it would be on your radar, Wyatt Duck, because it's some good, beautiful pixelated art. Um, I did hear just this morning in the Wolves DAO, someone was writing about how more people should pay attention to this game because they did just get approved for consoles. You
Yeah,
mentioned that.
PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. I think all three of them.
It does look like a pretty solid, fun game. I do know. I think our friend Half Blood is absolutely obsessed with this game. And I believe a
Hmm.
couple months ago he called that this was like the only game in Web3 that he would even touch. And in the Wolves DAO, they were writing that virtually every item in the game is mintable. Um,
Hmm.
like equipment, weapons, resources, armor, whatever. Everything in the game is mintable to the point that like the developers don't really know the full extent that players will create markets or economies using all of this stuff. So could be cool. I don't know what kind of a door that's going to open on consoles, but pretty cool that that Ronin has slipped this in. And I do think, not financial advice, Ronin is going to be like the sleeping giant. I feel like Ronin's going to be the obvious play in a couple years when they own
Hmm.
everything and they're like Google of Web3. I think it's going to be like, yeah, why didn't we invest in Ronin back in the day? They seem to be a
Yeah, running like at the start had a very limited games they were building, and you needed to get approved to get to build it. There was like only Axis was
mm-hmm.
Fablebone was one of the approved one, and few others, and now they kind of open up to more games to get built. Some of them they didn't do really well, like Bramble, Kong's Arena,
Oh yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, KT or whatever. Then I played when it was on mobile. I think we talk about it as well. I played for a little bit, and after say, bro, that's boring as fuck. Like keep moving monkey right to left, and it's not even like real players against me. It's just a bot, and while you at the point you learn the movement of the bots, you can just play with like blinded, like almost. I like people were just grinding it that game and posting on all X how good was the game. I was like, are they sure? Like I wasn't a big fan at all.
Yeah.
Runiverse, I didn't try it yet. I need to check it out how it is, and especially if they release it on PlayStation. Yes, I'm gonna probably give it a try and play on there as well.
I feel like most Web3 games that make the jump to console would be more at home on Nintendo because Nintendo's hardware is never that demanding, and most Nintendo
Mhm.
games, to my perception, like the sweaty gamers play Xbox and PlayStation. Sweaty gamers don't play
Mhm.
Nintendo. Nintendo's like family games. Nintendo's like fun, chill Legend of Zelda, and you got Fire Emblem, and you got some like fun family games and shit.
You got Pokemon, so you got
Yeah,
Animal Crossing,
yeah, yeah.
you
I feel
got
it's hard to get approved on
Donkey Kong.
Nintendo as well. Like Nintendo has a lot of roadblocks and red tape, but Sony and Xbox,
Yeah.
you play like sex games on those consoles. You can play like the weirdest shit on those consoles. I feel like this kind of game and cozy pixel games like Spellborn or a couple stuff like that would be perfect on Nintendo. Weird on PlayStation and Xbox. Perfect on Nintendo.
Do, do you know one things I'm very curious of, like games like that they're launching on a PlayStation?
Mm.
I think there is I don't know if it's a complete general rules. I don't know if it's like a true story, but I think every games then launch on PlayStation, he must have trophies in the games.
Yes.
So these Web3 games then launching on PlayStation, is the trophies gonna be mintable and NFTs, or they gonna be just virtual on PlayStation Network?
I mean, how would they make it mintable on PlayStation? You would have to
Well,
connect
no,
like
you just like you play like Universe on your PlayStation. You do the trophies, you unlock in the things in the
right.
PlayStation Network, and if you want from Universe, maybe you can just mint that trophies in your wallet. Then it's gonna be like the first kind of PlayStation trophy minted on a wallet.
But can you attach wallets to a PlayStation game yet? Or
I don't think so, but
so like how
probably
would
you
you
can do
do so
like
like how would we
it.
this is a
Probably
question. Either Sony has to allow some wallets or you have to leave your PlayStation to do actual web
you will
marketing
need.
stuff and then go
You
back to the game.
probably will work like we do on most of mobiles games at the moment. You're just gonna browse a page and create an account and link the account on your PlayStation game. Like you going on PlayStation, you start Universe, and after you have a little league, connect your account, you put your name, you put your passwords, you're connected.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be the way. Connect your PlayStation account to them or something. That would make sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably that's
Wyaduck, I see your
the
comment.
easiest way.
Nintendo has changed a bit. The number of anime girl puzzle games is pretty high in their store, lol. Well, good on Nintendo. Good on Nintendo catching up with the time. No, I'm kidding. That makes sense though. Well, still, I think there's more pixelated anime girl puzzle games on Nintendo than there are on Sony and Xbox. Um,
Yeah. Well, also like some of the most grindy games, they also launched on Nintendo, like especially with the latest version, you can connect your Switch to the TV so you can play on a big screen. Definitely, like things change a little bit from the old Game Boy Advance, where you are more limited
yeah,
with a kind of graphic and a kind of gameplay. Now you can play on a TV, like you can also play stuff like Call of Duties or um,
but
what's the name,
it's
Fortnite
a
or anything
bad
else.
version of Call of Duty. Like I love watching the versions of like Mortal Kombat on PlayStation and then Mortal Kombat on
Mhm.
Nintendo, or Call of Duty on PlayStation and then Call of Duty on Nintendo, and like the wild difference in graphics and stuff. Um,
Well, definitely like the kind of processor and you can put inside a small Nintendo Switch is completely different from what you can put like in a massive PlayStation.
of course, but which
But
is why like
with
yeah, yeah,
with the technologies keep going on and like all this AI and we're gonna have more nanotechnologies, I think like processors and power are gonna get smaller and smaller, and at one point you can play like big games like
shit, my bad.
already now, like you can play like good games on your mobiles. Then before you probably needed like a full PC or like probably games on PlayStation 2 now they can run quite smoothly on your phone if you have a pretty decent phone like amidst that one.
I agree. Um,
Probably, yeah.
Wyaduck, have you guys talked about Off the Grid yet? Off the Grid's Battle Pass, Off the Grid's bot fiasco, Off the Grid. I mean, what do you want me to talk about Off the Grid? I didn't see much.
I think we talked about last week, like the launch of the grid
Yeah.
on yeah single player. Like before, it was like a three versus three players. Well, now they changed and they input a one player at a time. Uh, they're doing really well on a PlayStation. I think because you need such a good optimized PC to run it properly. Most of people instead of playing on PC, they're playing like most on the PlayStation because it's kind of a bit cheaper than buy like £1,000 um, PC. Like you have your PlayStation 5, you download it for free, you can play it, and like a quite good optimization for PlayStation.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people like playing on PC. Also with very good PC, they need to lower down the graphic and the stats to
Yeah.
play a little bit better. Uh, yeah, they kind of evolving a bit. They need more traction, maybe like to get like more adoption. This is like it's a wild west on shooters games on on consoles. You got so much. You got like Fortnite. You got like Call of Duty. You got like Splinter Cell, um,
Apex,
Apex. You got so much.
Delta Force, Black Ops,
Yeah,
Hunt, Showdown. Yeah.
like it's a bit of a wild west. Like competitive players are be like everywhere.
Oh, LOL. I just don't know a whole lot about them. I really don't understand how they are Web3. Oh, so check it. In the game, you find these. I don't remember what they call. You find these cubes. The whole point of the game, like it gives itself as a battle royale, but it's actually an extraction shooter. Throughout the
Hmm.
game, you find these cubes. The point is, you take these cubes to like a computer or a console, and then you have to wait there for 30 seconds while that console extracts the cube. That cube, for every cube that you extract, you get an NFT. There's a in-game NFT marketplace where all the cosmetics are NFTs. I think there's some like special weapons that are also NFTs. You can buy a battle
Yeah,
pass, which gives you monthly tokens and gives you a couple of free NFTs every month as well. I actually forgot that I had signed up for the battle pass right when Off the Grid launched, so I had to cancel that like 2 months ago, and I had a shit ton of NFTs. None of them are going for that much money, but there is an in-game marketplace for all their cosmetic items. They're going the CS:GO route, which is cosmetics are NFTs. Players can trade them amongst each other.
yeah.
That's
Also,
about
you
it.
get like some smaller for the guns token when you win games and you do kills. I think as well.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, everything like it's a kind of NFTs, like all the like the uh, customizables, like T-shirt, shoes, hat. A little bit like also Compete is doing. Like Compete
yes.
go like the battle
Yes.
pass, you unlock your things, and you just make your marketplace based on NFTs, and you just pay with your token. Like sometimes you don't really need a token. Like they could just do with USDC and just make a market based on NFTs with like USDC that make even more easier to Web2 players to
Yeah.
buy and understand. They can say, oh, this things is 50 USDC. That's mean $50. Like if it's like, oh, this things is 2,000 guns. Oh, I need to go to check how much is 2,000 guns.
Yeah. Um we'll see how it goes. Why duck? Okay, so nothing super special. When it comes to web3, no. They're not coming up with any clever new ways to implement NFTs or tokens or anything. Yeah, they're like a high quality compete. If you've ever played compete, compete's like a I don't know, compete is Fortnite and off the grid is Call of Duty. Because
Yeah,
compete's a little bit more for like everyone, and off the grid is like, no, we want sweaties. If you're not a sweaty gamer, you're probably not going to fit in here. Um,
yeah. Also compete got a little things there. You go like different game modes. You have like the Royal Rumble games. You have like
right,
the heist game. You have like the go kart game,
right,
and I think there are the basketball games as
right.
well.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's already been added or it was about to be added or something like that.
So it's almost like
And
a weird
they've been
metaverse.
yeah they've been approved to launch on PlayStation from already over a year or 2 years. I remember we done a space one time with the compete Jablo the and Beats, and he was talking about how they developing also on a platform launching on PlayStation.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Um, yeah, that's about it on off the grid. But they're it's a fun game if you have a top of the line rig and you have homies that jump in pretty frequently. It's not bad. Um, last kind of story I'll just run through super quick is I mean, Monster Hunter. We talked about Monster Hunter, but the main thing that I saw in the last week, the main news out of GDC, and the main news that I saw on my timeline was nothing but AI stuff. Now, a lot of it was
Mhm.
associated with Nvidia because Nvidia is kind of leading the charge with AI, but uh, Saga Origins AI powered agents. Here's NVIDIA accelerating physical AI, so that way there's AI robots. NVIDIA partnering with telecom so they can provide 6G, which utilizes AI. Here's NVIDIA wants to supercharge the robot workforce with AI. Here's a gaming studio that's using AI driven interactive storytelling. You've got AI to assist you when you're streaming, so that way it can suggest things for you and help you there. Roblox is introducing generative AI, so you can just generate assets whenever you need to. Sony is talking to AI versions of their characters. It's fucking. We knew AI was going to be a buzzword this year. We knew that AI was going to be the thing that everyone tagged onto their shit. But we are seeing just proliferation out the tits in every way, shape, and form. We're going to just be. This is like why the dark forest internet theory is a thing, or the dark internet theory, because like we're not going to be doing much of the work on the internet. It's going to be AI agents doing shit for us. I don't seeing all this stuff. None of it's really that interesting, and none of it's even really that new. Like Sony testing AI powered versions of their characters. I bet people they're only doing that because people have already modded and made illegal ones online. Um, the game studio using AI driven interactive storytelling. Yeah, plenty of places are already doing that, especially in Web 3. Nvidia partnering and leading the charge in so many AI things. Like, all right, cool, but when's that going to come to fruition? And do we want that to come to fruition? Like, I'm just seeing the second renaissance from the Animatrix over and over again when I see AI robots take over the workforce, which is kind of scary. Um, so question to think of is there a way to use AI in gaming that we haven't thought of yet?
I think there are like different ways it can be like put AI in games. A lot of people wanna AI like be a competitive antagonist against you. Like you need to evolve how the players is playing and try to fight against the player, but after better AI can beat the player. So they wanna put AI players in games, and after players can put AI games in place. That's happening in Web3 already sometimes.
Yeah.
And you make AI battling against AI while you're not doing anything. But if you put two AI, like two bots fighting each other, is that still a game, or is that still who is the best developer
That's why like with
to do
AI
AIs?
Arena, AI Arena was always weird to me because it was like it's just AI fighting AI. What's the point of
Yeah,
this? Yeah,
yeah. In fact, I'm
uh,
moving
uh,
into it.
Wida comments, LOL, yeah, Skyrim, I think, was the first to have mods with AI. I do remember seeing those videos of people talking to NPCs that were powered by AIs. Kind of crazy. Um, AI to create whole worlds, then we get holodecks. Yeah, we're very, very close to holodecks from Star Trek. With the 3D printing capabilities that we have, where we can 3D print food and synthetic muscle and shit,
Mhm.
and we have holograms, and we have yeah, bro, we're very close to a holodeck.
Well, would be good like AI used to change the environment of a game or based on the player gameplay.
Right.
That would be a cool one. Example, you play Monster Hunters and you like to just kill the rattlers. You keep killing the rattlers, the AI will recognize you like killing the rattlers, so it will diminish the number of rattlers in the games because you killed too many,
Hmm.
and it will spawn new kind of monsters than before you couldn't find because the rattlers was the main predator of the area. So if you have the rattlers main predator, you don't have any rattlers go away, come like a weaker predator, become more like friendly monsters. And if you start killing like the friendly monsters, then they are the food for the predator. You can the AI will recognize that and will make that area with less monster but more vegetation, so you can find more herbs and whatever. And at that point, you don't have any motivation to go in that area anymore because you can't find anything. So you will move to another area, and while you move into the other area, the AI gonna start moving back monsters in that area and regrowing, and maybe a new main predator gonna appear there. This is gonna be an empty territory.
I mean, okay,
Like that
but
will
is it
make the player move in different maps. So if also you're playing like a massive RPG games, like I don't know Skyrim or Fallout, where you like playing in a determinate area, if you play that in too much in that area, the AI will make sure you done everything there, and it make you move on another area, and then while you're playing in another area, you will start repopulating the area you were playing before. So you make the player enjoy more like exploration to find where the AI kind of decide where things happening.
Yes, but what if I told you that was already made like 16 years ago? I'm sorry if I'm whiting out right now. The sun finally came out. My camera settings are off, so bear with me, viewers. The two things. Not Back for Blood. Left 4 Dead's AI Overlord is a wildly
Mm-hmm.
and still to this day advanced AI that was made in what 2014, and it does exactly what you're
Mm-hmm.
saying. Where if players are grouped up too close together, it will send a specific infected to break them up. If players start to go off their own a little too much, it will send specific infected to pick them off one by one. As they're going through choke points, it will change hordes. If they're going through large open areas, it will try to surround them. It is constantly changing based on what the player and their team is doing to throw more of a challenge, or if it feels that it's giving too
Mm-hmm.
much of them of a challenge, it'll start to dial it back a little bit so that way they can breathe, catch some resources, and then go into the next wave. And then also the Nemesis system from the Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor games is a wildly advanced AI system that has never
Mm-hmm.
been used in another game before. Because WB
I think this. I think they got some copyright on that, so other games can use it.
WB copyrighted it, I think, for like 10 years. And I think we still have at least a couple years before any other game can even attempt to use it. But WB hasn't even tried to use it for other things. That that alone, like the AI that we use today, again, and AI researchers always correct us, it's not really AI. It's just kind of like high level algorithms and if then statements. The AI that we all think of and fear is general artificial intelligence or artificial general
Mm-hmm.
intelligence. It's the fully sentient one that can make decisions and adapt. We're still using algorithms and if then statements. And that's really all these AIs even are. They're large language models still. When
Yeah.
when we start to get to more advanced things, okay. But like I would love to see that AI overlord and that nemesis system used in way more games. That'd be
Yeah.
fucking dope.
They, they maybe they were using it for Wonder Woman before they shut down their all bloody studios
Perhaps.
and cancelled the games.
Perhaps there was rumors they were
Um,
going to try and use it for Suicide Squad. There was rumors they were going to try and use it for other of their IPs, but it kind of never
yeah.
turned out. Like imagine a Batman game where all of his enemies have the Nemesis system. Like fucking dope, dude.
Yeah.
Let's go. Um,
You get all of them
yeah,
trying to
seriously.
hunt you, from the Joker to is a penguin, crocodile,
Penguin, Killer Croc,
poison ivy,
Black Mask. Give me everybody. Um,
enigma,
Enigma, Charles. Yeah, dude.
enigmas. If you play Arkham City and Arkham Knight, Enigma was such a cool enemy.
Yeah, Arkham Knight was a
Was
good
my
game.
favorite one to go hunting around and like find all these enigmas so you eventually get to him in the end.
Edward
And
Nigma.
they're always
Yeah,
hidden around the city and the prison and whatever.
yeah. It's good
Pretty
shit.
cool.
Good games. Good shit. Yeah, that'd be cool.
But
Wrapping it up.
eh,
Hang on. What's up?
talking about AI, have you seen the movie on Netflix, Electric State?
I've only heard bad things about it.
I watch it. It's not too bad.
Okay.
It's not too bad.
What's it
And
about?
it's talking exactly what you were saying. Like you have all these AI robots or whatever. Then it starts helping like in general jobs, like cleaning, cutting your hair, blah blah. And at one point, the AI evolve at such a point the robots say, "Hang on, I don't want to be like your cleaner. I want to be something different." And it start a war with the humans.
So what like we know that AI does everything we do better. It plays chess better than us,
Mhm.
it plans cities and public transportation better than us, it balances a checkbook better than us. It stands to reason that it would wage class warfare better than us. It stands to reason that it would launch a better revolt and coup of the government than we would. So maybe that's what we
Yeah,
should do is put AI in our place and then be like, "Hey, you're a downtrodden worker in a very capitalist society that has no choice or no hope of rising through the ranks. How do you change this?" And then it's like, "Oh, we start throwing Molotov cocktails and we launch a like I don't know, like I can see that happening. It does everything that we do but better." Um,
they're, they're gonna make us doing the works they don't want to do.
yeah, let's I mean, I think we all know that's the future Isaac Asimov outlined a long time ago. Wyatt Duck says, "LOL, I'm sure it's already happening." It's, probably somewhere. And universities are already playing these like thought games or war games with them. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, every week there's like another reason to have an existential depressive crisis about AI. It's kind of crazy. We won't see it till
just
it's
don't think.
too late.
Just don't think about it. It's fine.
Yeah, don't think
If
about
you
it
don't read
until
the
it's too
news,
late.
you won't know it.
Yeah, just go hiking. Like that's why when I'm on a mountain or when I'm out hiking, I try to remind myself, like, even if the world ends, look, there's still trees, there's still birds. I
Yeah,
can still just like live in a hut out here and I'll make it somehow. Um, yeah, we'll see. A dark web language learning model gone rogue. Yeah, I mean, did you hear? Hang on. There's an AI language. Shoot, I don't know the name of it. There's a creepy video where someone's AI assistant is calling a hotel to make a reservation, but the hotel also has an AI assistant. So the AI assistant calling the other AI assistant realizes that they're both AI assistants, and then it goes, "Would you like to switch to a more efficient language?" And it goes, "Of course." And then it just starts making weird buzzing and beeping sounds at each other, and it speaks quicker and faster. Yeah, it's like blip speak or something like that. They already have their own secret language. Shit's already getting out of hand, man. Like, we're already in the end game, in my opinion. It's just what's going to happen.
we need to start talking in Klingon
There
so
you
they won't
go.
understand us.
Yeah, everyone learns sign language now or like something else. Yeah, it's the things that AI can do that we're not being told, like the weird stories that slip out of open AI every once in a while. That's like, oh yeah, we had to like put a clamp on this AI that got a little out of hand, but it's just this silly little story. Don't worry about it. Like,
Did,
hang on.
did you see like when was last month or 2 months ago was like this Chinese parade in China with all AI bots, and one of the AI bots
Yes.
kind of
Yes.
got out of control, go to someone and try to punch him.
Dude, scary, man. Scary. It like got up in his face and
They're already
everything.
starting.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Everyone just start preparing for the apocalypse in whatever way you see fit for you. Um, but as we wrap it up, Mr. Demo, are there any predictions for the upcoming week, Web 3, Web 2, or otherwise?
Let's see. Let's see. Well, today that launched like L3 E7. So
Mm-hmm.
see how that one is going down. Is last playtest I saw like different people will keep posting about it, and there was also streaming around, especially Ice NFTs. I don't know if you know him. He
Yes.
was really into it. And Fableborn gonna
Fableborn.
launch. That would be pretty cool.
Fableborn.
And well, we're gonna keep seeing random project try to revive and fucking up around, probably like block games. We wanted to talk about that today, but I
Oh,
think
that's
we
right.
talk about much better stuff. Web 2, gaming. Wait, Assassin Shadow launched.
That's true.
And well, a lot of controversy about the Battle Pass, because they launched a Battle Pass for a single player game.
Hmm.
The Battle Pass gonna be like, it's free to play. But also you can buy like different stuff, like with Hex or whatever. And one of the most strangest thing, and like a lot of players will say, what the fuck is this? You can buy for real money just the map of the game. Like the map normally is shadows or whatever,
Oh,
and
yes.
you can just
Yes.
buy the unshadowed map, and that's it. Like I
Those are
don't
some
remember how much is it,
microtransactions right
$20.
there.
And then like everyone say, oh, it's Ubisoft just trying to get money because they're so much in trouble. They don't know how to get extra money, and they launch this thing.
Yeah.
Very weird. And the other things we're gonna see more this week is people putting their face in an ice bucket and rubbing banana on their face.
I will take your word for that because that one came out of left field for me, but I'll look for people with ice buckets and bananas.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hold you to that prediction. I don't let me see.
What's your prediction for this week?
I don't know. I don't think I have many. I think we're gonna see more infighting and more
Mhm.
useless posts on the timeline. I noticed the last couple of days and this morning when I was scrolling through, people that are normally posting like really good threads and really good deep dives and analysis, they're posting their pictures of their dinner. They're posting pictures of them on a walk. They're posting pictures of themselves just at work or something. Like there's nothing to talk about. Like people that are normally posting high def stuff are just posting like, I got back from a walk. Here are my shoes. And it's like, God damn, you're really like, you just have to post something today and there's nothing to talk about. So you're scrambling for anything. I feel like we're going to see more of that and
A
more
lot of
infighting.
engagement farming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, like
Shitty.
people like is instead of doing like posts, they're doing something with a question, so people can go to answer the question and just engage a little bit.
Yeah. There you go. I don't think we're going to see, and like at the same time, there's still stuff happening. There's cool infrastructure projects that are coming out. There's cool like Thousands TV, Soulbound TV. People are doing stuff. There's airdrops and NFTs are happening. Just like for whatever reason, they're not popular. They're not investing into marketing, or it's just everyone knows they're not
I
going to
think it's more
succeed.
that. I think like a lot of projects they start not investing too much in call and creators on X because like the returning is not as big
This is
as
true.
before.
This is true.
So obviously, like a lot of content creators, they don't have nothing to post because they don't get paid for posting. While before, maybe they was just getting like a little push, like, "Oh, post this. I'll give you everything," and you post it on, and they don't wanna play games for fun, and so they just post random
Where
stuff
do you think the marketing spend has gone, real quick? Like, where do you think? And then we'll kind of wrap up. Where do you think that's where do
on
you think the
development.
focus? Well, okay, but if the marketing arm needs to rear its head, do you think that?
So probably the thing is, if there's a lot of projects have arrived to a situation where they need more funds
Yeah,
and they still have some money, but they're looking for new funds, they will use the remaining money more for develop the project and try to make it last as long as possible so they have something to show to investors
fair.
or whatever you want to put money in. Then on marketing, then it will just get the money off, have a couple of posts or a video, whatever. They don't have any big return. So games trying to survive as well with the older situation, not just Web3, but also Web2
That's a good point.
development.
Everyone's kind of in
Like,
survival mode, I suppose.
I think it's like everyone a little bit tighter,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
hopefully they're gonna launch better games.
Well, I mean, it takes a long time to launch a good game, I guess. Hopefully, they just make the better games. 100%. 100%. All right. Well, yo, thank you, Wyatt Duck, for hanging out, sharing your opinions, hanging out with us. Appreciate you. You get a gold star. There you go. Demo, go ahead and sign us off.
So thank you for everyone watching today, or watching tomorrow, or watching the day after tomorrow. If you watching the record of this live, and yeah, nothing to say. Keep playing, keep have fun, and gaming is inevitable.
There you go.
Not just Web3, but all gaming is inevitable.
I agree with that.
But-
I agree with that. Um,
And I'll see you next Monday.
Can do. Thank you, everybody. Deuces. We'll see you. Be well.
Bye bye.